I'm in desperate need of getting my life together. I feel like you know that by now, but I'm coming around to knowing it too. Happy Friday night. It's the weekend. Zach's out of town, so I have lots of time to just like truly, my whole goal is to like entirely reset my physical space, do a deep clean, get all of the chores done that I need to do, and then also the fact that now we're almost exactly a month out from when we got our keys to this place, so I have less excuse now to be like not all the way unpacked. So the goal is that by the end of this video, this is an entirely new person and this is an entirely new space. Thank you for being here for it. The laundry is going, the dishwasher is going, and now I'm going to unbox all of the boxes that have just been hanging out in the entryway waiting for someone to open them after someone ordered them. I'm like sweating already. We're barely into this and I'm sweating already. I'm listening right now. I'm still deciding my like wedding, like important wedding songs for different moments. Don't at all need to know them yet, but I just keep listening to songs, like trying to picture it kind of. So that's what I'm kind of singing around to right now. I feel like this is enough for night one, Friday night. I've said that so many times. It's 9:18. We've worked hard. I feel like things, I don't know, you can kind of see. I mean, you saw back here, like there's less around, which is nice. And then the laundry being in process, the dishwasher being in process, like we've gotten a good head start on things. Tomorrow, a big task is going to be that little corner over there to unpack. Do you want to see it? This over here, I'm getting my flashlight because the light switch is like inside of it. This is the corner I'm referring to. I do think once my physical space is in a more put together state of things, my mental space will be able to start to get there too. And that's also an important part of getting our lives back together. I have a grocery order that's scheduled to deliver tomorrow. Zach's out of town with his car, and since his car is the only car that we have, I'm kind of locked in a little bit. Like I could, if I had anywhere to go, I could Uber, take transport or something, but I don't have anywhere to go, which is why we're doing this. I'm gonna get ready for bed and we'll be back better than ever tomorrow morning. Good morning. I slept honestly pretty long and well. Whenever the morning came around, I really thought I was like so sleeping in. Like I just felt like it in my sleeping self. And really it was 7:30, which is like quite reasonable. But let's continue getting our life together.
degrees and sunny. It's just the way I always wanted. 더 바랄 것도 없어. 지금 이대로면 좋아. 따스한 햇볕을 가득 담은 sand river. The bluebirds peaceful sing along that I love you. Oh, 그대여 나와의 거리를 걸어요. There's way of you. Oh, 난 그저 잔디밭에 누워 있어도 좋아요. 반짝이는 저기 Eiffel Tower shines from anywhere 아름다워. When I'm not with you, all these shiny seas don't mean a thing. 눈동자에 비친 Avenue des Champs-Élysées. 그대와 같이 romantic해요. I love you. Oh, 그대여 나와의 거리.
I have a grocery order coming in a few minutes that I'll show you whenever it gets here, but I've taken the past few hours laying on the couch and watching Criminal Minds, which is not the like getting the life back together productivity that is the goal for this weekend, but also I feel like I have done a lot so far today. The corner that still has yet to be unpacked is kind of on a pause because I got a carpet protector mat for going under the desk so that whenever I put my rolly chair on there, it doesn't wear down the carpet, but it came rolled up obviously, so you have to flatten it and put weight on it. And so you saw this, I took everything out of the corner because I was like, I will just get it all done, and then I put that mat out, and then I had to move everything back into the corner to be weight for that mat. So that's kind of on a hold, but a few of the like other productive things that I did every dish that has ever been waiting to be done. I can show you this. I just cleaned my eye mask and my bonnet, so they're laying there to dry. I think those would be good probably to get in the habit of doing like weekly, in my weekly cleaning routine. That was something that was a goal for my 2024, was to develop an actual like weekly routine of cleaning, and it's still a work in progress. But I feel like once everything is put away, then it makes it so much easier and like more fun and rewarding to actually do the deep clean part too. And so that's the goal. And since we have so much more space here, things can be put away in a different way than they were at the old apartment. I still have progress to make on doing laundry and everything, but this closet has come a long way just with things getting folded up. I still have a couple things to fold up and put in there, and then also, this is a funny way of us walking. reverse. Also, this closet has come a long way. I obviously started putting some storage up there, which is nice because it takes things away from being on the bottom. I think ideally I would love for there not to be anything on the floors here. Like, this obviously is storage space if we want to use it, but I feel like it looks so like just like nice and breathable to not have to use that as storage space. So we'll see. Right now things are hung up. I'm gonna hang up Zach's pants, like that's one thing left to do, and then I still have some clean laundry to put away, and also some like pillowcases and things of that nature to put in that closet. So I'm planning on turning on whether it's Criminal Minds again or YouTube videos. I'm kind of in the mood, I go through this mood every so often, where I'm just like not wanting to watch or listen to anything. It's like, wow, I've watched every single YouTube video there ever was. I've listened to every podcast. There's no audiobooks that interest me, and so that's why I've been mostly listening to music. I feel like that's more rare for me, but like I guess that's just the mood that I'm in. So I have Life is a Highway that's waiting to be queued back up once I get going again. The rest of the night I do plan on finishing up the laundry and closet to the best that I can tonight, and then this will obviously continue in tomorrow, doing more of that corner, doing more of the actual cleaning things, not just putting away, and I guess any like finishing touches that come up. The delivery guy just did this all in one trip with just 2 hands, so I wanted to try. That was not all of it. I couldn't do it. All right, small grocery haul, but important. I feel like for $100, including delivery, this is pretty good. I got a lot of things that have coupons and discounts. I'm out of toilet paper. I'm working on like half a roll right now. So glad to have gotten that. Got some sodas, got like the Kroger version of Fanta, Kroger version of Fresca for Zach whenever he gets home. Got myself a big gingerberry Synergy kombucha, GT's Synergy kombucha. I have a small version in the fridge that I'm probably gonna have tonight. Grape nuts for cereal. I got a lot of just like kind of quick things for me to eat. Frozen strawberries, almond milks. I was getting a different cereal that they were out of, so this was a substitution, but I like Love Crunch, and I got it for cheaper because it was a substitution, so that's kind of nice. Got some Quest bars, roast beef, and sprouts. Alfalfa sprouts have been a new staple for me, like in sandwiches and stuff. I really like them. Some strawberry, Dave's Killer bread, a raspberry rose poppy just as a little treat, peanut butter, carrots, tzatziki sauce, Fairlife, vinegar. I use it in laundry, and I'm almost out because of all the loads that I've done recently. And then all of these eggs survived. No casualties from the eggs through the delivery, which is awesome. And then lastly, peach mango body warmers. That genuinely feels like so much, I feel like, for $100. Like, that is the price of not the year 2024. Now that I'm sweating and I've been outside, because the guy called and I hear this like awful beeping sound, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's disgusting. And he was like, yeah, the guest code box, like where you type in the code to get in, it's just making this sound, it's not working. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let me run out to the gate so I can let you in. So I like jogged to the gate. It is hot outside. I had not been outside yet because I've been in here working my magic. Oh my gosh. So I was jogging, I let him in, I like jogged back. I gave him directions to make sure he knew how to get to the building. I got back to my apartment and I like didn't see him anywhere, and I was walking and he was driving, and I kind of took a shortcut, but still. So I'm like standing there, I was like, look, I was like, where is he? I see him like far off in the distance, way past where we are. So then I'm like jumping, like, hey, I'm over here. So then he made it back over, and like I said, carried all of those bags just in one trip to the door. And it's the strong Kroger bags too, which are nice to have on hand. I really like Kroger delivery. I've only gotten it twice, and both times I've gotten it, it's been free delivery, and it's had some sort of, so I guess I should actually mention this when I was saying under $100. There was a deal that was like spend 75, get 15 off. So I guess really it's like $115 that I spent. But now that I'm all sweaty, I'm gonna take the trash out. I'm gonna take the cardboard to the cardboard recycling, because since I've already been outside, I might as well just continue to be outside and then shower and settle in for the night. I was planning on going to work out today, did not. I do feel like for having a day inside though, it's been a relatively active day for what you can do in your apartment, just since I have been doing so much laundry and putting things away and all of that. So like, I was planning on going to work out. I kind of wish I'd had, but I also think that this has been a good day for me regardless. It's 7:32 now, which feels honestly a lot later than it feels like it is, but like I said, I'm gonna take this stuff outside so I can just like be done being outside. I got my mail while I was out there too, so that's done, and then come back in and shower because I'm gonna be dripping sweat even more once I go back out there. And then the things that I was mentioning earlier, that I have the laundry on the bed, so I have to actually put that away before being done today, and then hopefully like the blankets and stuff to go in that closet too. And I really need to like pat myself on the back for how much progress I've made, because it really is starting to look a lot better in here, and in like a way that it hasn't reached yet since we moved in. So really need to pat myself on the back for that. However, it also will be continuing into tomorrow still too. I just survived an attack, very traumatic. On my way home from the gym, there was this trash can by the pool, and I heard a little rustling going on inside the trash can. And this is where my first mistake was made. My first mistake was made in that I was kind of curious. And so when I heard the rustling, before really thinking about like the fact that anything that would be rustling inside a trash can is not something that I want to be in close quarters with, before thinking about that, I stepped a little bit closer to the trash can. And then I remembered in my head that Zach and I have seen a possum that was like sitting on top of a dumpster, not by this trash can, but still like in the complex, sitting on top of a dumpster in the brightness of day, which they don't usually do. It was happy to be seen sitting on top of the dumpster. And so all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, it's a possum in the trash can. And it was like right as my brain was thinking that, something launched out of the trash can right at me. And so my heart stopped, obviously, and like, what is it? Fight, freeze or flight? What's that called? Fight or freeze? Fight or fright? Fight or flight. My fight or flight reaction was to just get on out of there. And so I start like running. It was just a squirrel. It was just a squirrel. And I think that it was just trying to get out of the trash can. I just didn't know that the way that it launched itself out of the trash can would be right at me. But that was a lot. That was a whole lot. I did glutes in the gym today. I did some upper body push, not like a full push day, but I was like, it's been a little bit since I've done all this, so I just did a little bit of that. And then I ellipticaled for, I think 30 minutes, about 30 minutes, which I feel very proud of myself because I like got up, woke up, and went pretty much right to the gym, which is, that is points. How many aura points do I gain for doing that in this getting my life together video? Because that is my life together, is whenever I get up and go to the gym. But I kind of knew that if I didn't go now, the same thing would happen where I would just get like exhausted through the day like it did yesterday and just end up like not actually going even though I was planning to. So I was like, you know what? I'll just get up, I'll just do it. Now I can wash my hair and it's 9:42, so it's still pretty early. And so I can wash my hair, and then while my hair is drying, I can do some of the, I forgot to tell you this, I did not do all the things I said I was gonna do last night, like the laundry and all of that. Like I just got it off my bed and back into the basket because it occurred to me when it was like 8:45, 9 p.m. and I was about to start. I was like, there is nothing this important that needs to get done tonight that cannot wait until tomorrow. So I did not do those things, which I think was a really healthy decision probably, because I did a lot yesterday, and I think that now I'm like accustomed to seeing the apartment as is now. I should have taken more before and afters, which I guess in this video you'll be able to see, because now I'm like, oh, nothing changed, like everything looks the same, but that's not true. Things have changed, but hopefully they can continue to change even more so today. But I can shower, I can make myself some food, I can start the YouTube work that I need to do, because that's part of getting my life together too, is that I do have to work on this job as well. And we're getting the day off on a good start, and I do see an end in sight. Like how on Friday night I was like, okay, this is the weekend, like we're hunkering down, we're getting the things done that I really needed to get done. Like I see an end in sight, which was the goal, which was really good. I'll probably need to make myself a to-do list too, just so I can actually like see and check off and plan the things that are like non-negotiables, and then I can have some negotiables too for if I get around to them. It is a messy desk area, but it is able to be used as a desk area. I'm like pouring sweat now. That little bit of activity right there just got me. It is able to be used as a desk area, which is so huge for the program, so huge for the plot. It is spilling out, like it is messy, don't get me wrong. But before, it wasn't even able to be used like that. So that feels really good. Today ended up being less of a physical reset and like organizing than a truly like YouTube content, filming, editing type of getting my life back together, which is just as important for me like mentally and in the work that I do, but also is like less for actual filming, so you got to see it a little bit less. But just know that the videos that have been coming up before this one, a lot of that was as an effort of like getting my life together this weekend. I do feel like I'm in a much better place now than Friday night. I also do feel like it's gonna be helpful for me when I edit this video and actually see how much changed, because right now, big difference, I'm sitting at the desk that I will eventually get to use. But my view in front of me is all of this, that though I emptied out like 5, 6, 7 bags, all of this is still existing here. So I suppose that getting my entire life together only in one weekend maybe was a little bit ambitious, maybe was a little bit too much to fit in the weekend, but I am really proud of like the place that I am in right now versus Friday night. I do feel like pat myself on the back for productivity. Thanks for joining me. Zach is about to get home, which is exciting, and I'm about to start a whole nother new work week. So like I said, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining me. Make sure to subscribe before you go, and I'll see you next time.